Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue our journey in discovering just a little bit more about this amazing language every day. Yesterday, we talked about the 天道酬勤, which is a age-honored expression about you're going to be rewarded by hard work. I mean, you can argue it's true or not, because we have other elements that luck that determines also the outcome. And that's something is beyond your control. You can only control the diligence, the qin portion of your input, right? So today we're going to continue with the concept of a 天涯海角, which is not a beautiful expression. You will see. So 天 again, we talked about, well, actually in 天涯海角, because we have both the heaven and the sea. So here probably it's more probably translated into the sky, like it's literal physical meaning rather than this conceptual meaning of heaven is nature or universe that's beyond the human comprehension, definitely beyond our control. But here 天 is the limit, the sky is limit, that kind of more appropriate here. So 天 we have this horizontal line, that Chinese symbol, if you see it on the top of the frame of this Chinese character, that's our sky. And we have this human figure as our human. So that itself like already point out the two, I mean, humans, this word, this Chinese character is catered to human use, right? So human is like the center of our consciousness. Like we are talking, using this language all about human activities to describe human, right? So in measurement of what the sky is, so we put a human figure over there, okay? And then in position to the human. So that's, the sky is over, above human, right? And then we have this arch, and this arch, I view it as giving you a spatial sense. So between humans and the sky, there is a huge, unknown, untouchable space, and that's somewhere in the air, right? In the atmosphere that you can see, but you cannot really go. I mean, back then in ancient times. Okay, so that's our sky. And yeah, we have this water sign that also came across multiple times. You can see both ya and hai coming from the same structure, and both simplified in the current mainland China use simplified Chinese version, the 3 dots to mean water stream, but originally it's 5 strokes, but coming in 3. So there's a main one in the middle, longest one, and then the side one's kind of broken into 2 pieces, each one, to give you a sense of like things are flowing, but it's not like unobstructedly flowing. It's like, then otherwise it will go straight, right? So for sure, like in nature, the channel of water flow is going to have some kind of obstruction of there. So water can be interrupted, and then there's currents and all that. So that's a complicated visual way to represent water, and we just simplified into 3 strokes. So ya have this right side as sound maker, but at the same time it's the meaning maker as well. Whenever you see this, like a kind of a half dome or half arch, that means some tall ground, right? Something tall. And then you have a stacking up of 2 soil signs stacking up together. So this 2 horizontal lines string together by a vertical line, that's our soil symbol. You see that one often in Chinese as well. And the soil, when stacking up, means a pile of soil, right? And stacking up all the way till this kind of tall ground thing. So that's kind of visually give you the sense of a cliff. And with the water over there, it's like visually to show it's a cliff next to water body. So basically it's cliff. So imagine the sky, cliff, right? And then the sea, okay, sea we have water, and then the right side, it's something related to the birth of things, because okay, this this curvature thing symbol is our female body depiction. So human, this is a generic, there's no gender implied over there, but if you see a kind of a curvy body shape, that's a female. And then these two nipples are tits pointing this way. It's like exaggerated representation of the breastfeeding, like a breast. So that's the most obvious female what do you call it, attribute or appearance attribute that you can tell. So this is female, and when the the breastfeeding is emphasized over there, that means motherly or motherhood, right? So it's something related to mother. And here is our grass symbol. So basically upturn the curve with one vertical line, like something growing. It's like a three together, a growing upward. So you have breastfeeding, female, motherhood, and something growing on top of that. So that's the beauty of this concept, to signify like something is nurtured, as something are growing from this nurturing environment. And that plus the water sign symbol, that means ocean. Life came from the ocean. And from this Chinese character, we can see, well, the language creators probably know a thing or two about the evolution of species, right? Before Darwin came up, a whole theory, probably ancient language creators already know ocean at the birth of lives. Okay, the last one is corner, and simply it's a visual depiction of the horns of animals. And when you see this, so it's not a horizontal line, it's not flat, it goes kind of curves, looking like a scales of animal. So this by itself, you can see, oh, this is something related to animals with the scales, either a fish or turtle, something with shell, right? Kind of hard shell, but it's coming in the repeated pattern. And then we have this turning corner of thing. I mean, by itself, it looks like a person, kind of a squatting side view person. But I guess in this context, in this frame of image, it represents some turning point. So scaly animal with a turning point, that's the horn. So 天涯海角, we have the sky, the cliff, from like to the water, right? And then we have the sea, and the corner, the turning of the sea, which is Chinese poetic way to say the end of the earth. Well, not exactly by now, because the end of the earth by ancient times, that means the landlocked people, basically agricultural society in China. Imagine the globe, the East Asia. So that's where the language was used, and to the people on the land, their world ends at the seashore or at a cliff before going to the sea. So seafaring was not really a agriculture society thing. So that's regarded the border of human activity, of the end of their world. So ends of the world probably is more appropriate, because this is definitely not talking about the whole earth, because in this age, our time, seafaring, yes. Sky-going, sky-faring, yes. Even spacefaring. So our ends of our human understanding of our world is expanding, right? So, but this expression of 天涯海角, which kind of captured by this Scottish landscape of the edge, very edge of your land, and then extending into the ocean, which is a no human zone. And this is your society. And so that's the corner, the end, the edge of your existence, according to ancient time scale. Okay, that's our 天涯海角. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.